Well, good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today, you have the Rhino, and we're drinking a beer from India, and it's not Kingfisher, and it's in a brown bottle. This is Taj Mahal Premium Lager. It does look very crystal clear through here. I can see the camera. I can see my finger waving in the camera. What information do we have on here? Not much. 330 milliliters. Imported by East West Beverage Inc. in California. It's a product of India. It's 4.5% alcohol by volume. There is a lot of Indian restaurants here in town too, and I hear that you can get some very local beers from some of them. Today we will be using the Albino Rhino Beer Review BB Barfly. These guys still make barflies. However, a lot of them don't look like this one anymore. A lot of them have like the curve for the speed opening and all that. This one isn't as good at speed opening. I know Chris in the basement, well, I haven't talked about in many years, but I know he used to try to use these for flair bartending. And I mean, you can flair bartend with them and make it look cool, but they're not great for the pop, pop, pop that you can get with the speed bars. But the new ones, the professional ones, as they call it, they really do. One of the great things about this, though, is that this is such a wide thing that when you open this, you really can save this cap with doing very minimal damage. So if you collect caps, the BB Barfly is something you may want because there is almost nothing. Some of them, if they're on really tight, you'll get a little nub there, but others are like this. Perfect. Now, you don't get, I'm going to collect these in case I get enough to do an art project, but you don't get enough bottles in Saskatchewan that I think I'm going to ever be able to do said art project. But I have an art project in mind, so we'll see. Okay. She look like a beer. And that's kind of what you expect. She looks like a beer. I really do like the bottle on here. I really like the artwork. I mean, it's so what's the best word for it? It's so just out there, right? It's just old. It's old and classic, I guess would be my word for it. A classic look. The head, bright white, it is fading, but it's stuck around a little bit. I mean, I've been talking for, 30, 40 seconds, and there's still head, so this would still have head on it by the time it was put down at your table. Carbonation moving, bright straw color, extremely see-through, like, look, you can see my... So, crystal clear. Scent out of the glass first. Now, Kingfisher was the only really big beer I've ever had from India, and I hated it mostly because of the skunkiness, but it was in a green bottle. I've never really had Kingfisher out of the can, so I don't know if the skunkiness was meant to be there or if the skunkiness was exemplified by the green bottle, but I did not like. So I'm excited about this because I'm going to... I love Indian food. I really do. I love biryanis. I like extra spicy biryanis. I love saag. I love vindaloo. Korma's okay. I'm a very big... I love saffron rice. I love Indian food. So what I expect from this is just a very crisp, clean, clear, easy drinking beer that would exemplify the food. So I'm not expecting to get much, but I'm expecting to get a lot at the same time. Scent out of the glass. It does have a note of skunkiness. It does have that sulfuric egg scent. Not big. It's there on the back end, out of the bottle. Okay, out of the bottle, you get that minerally, watery, sulfuric scent. So, I mean, it does have a bit of skunk to it. Now, I mean, Heineken has a bit of skunk to it, naturally. Stella out of the bottle will. On draft or out of the can, it doesn't. So this one, obviously made either with a little bit harder or more calcified water, or they just want it there. Cheers, let's try it. Oh, okay, you smell the skunkiness, but you don't taste it. You don't get wet cardboard. You don't. It's just. It's crisp. It's clean. A little bit of neutral cereal grainy sweetness up at the forefront. A little bit of an earthy, almost English-esque bitterness right at the back of the throat, and a little bit like sucking on a copper coin. This would go really well with a good spicy food, a good curry, a nice spicy biryani, some like garlic naan, maybe some street food like the honey garlic chili fries, stuff like this would be a great complement to an Indian food meal. And it's so clean with just a little bit of that mineral flavor in the back end and that dirtiness and that copper coininess that I could even see myself drinking this on the regular. And this wasn't bad priced. I mean, it was $3.45 for the bottle. First off, bottles aren't big here. Second off, a 330 milliliter can of something made in Saskatchewan is anywhere from $2 to $4. Actually, you would normally find a 4-pack for like $12.99 of the 330s. So about 344s. So $3.45 of this. Pretty comparable when you're figuring this is coming from India. I like this. This is a very good lager. It's just it's a plain lager, and that's what I wanted out of it, and that's what I got out of it. Out of 10, it's easily going to get a 7. I would buy that again, especially if I'm at a restaurant eating a good curry or something. This would just complement it so nicely. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful evening. Au revoir. A bientôt. See you soon. Bye-bye. Mwah.